Right. So basically, in the previous episode, we were bootstrapping or prototyping our GRPC server, right? And it's a little bit dirty. So what we're going to do is we are going to make it better, make it cleaner, so we can actually connect with other peers and stuff. That's what we're going to do. So basically, we have this new node. What I want to do is I want to make a function n node, and we're going to say start. I'm going to return an error here, and we're going to basically copy the whole shebang. Register all that stuff. We're going to copy it here, paste it in. It's going to be grpc ln log fatal. We're going to return an error here. Proto register new node server. That's going to be n itself. And then we are going to copy this and paste that in. And we're going to return that stuff because it's returning an error. If you see serve, you see, it's going to return an error here, right? So we can just return that. And it's going to be all fine. What I'm also going to do is specify a listen adder here. So instead of doing this hard-coded 3000, we are going to listen to the listen adder we gave it. My nose is itching. So what you could do is delete this, delete, take this, paste it in here. There should be a logger. Question is what we, not quite sure what we're going to use. And then we're going to say, we're going to go func this, I'm going to say node, actually log fatal. Node start, just like that. And then we're going to say, for example, 3000. It's all good. And then we're going to say go run main, go, boom. Actually, what we could do is make run, actually. Hey, command not found. Docker. What's going on here? Make file. Oh shit, we have this Docker thing. I just copied this from Blocker. Bin Docker. What is going on? It should be Blocker. Well, what's going on here? Go run. Yes, make run. It's fine. God damn it. So we can make run this, and then it's gonna see. We're gonna it's worked perfectly fine. So we're receiving this version stuff. That's good. So we're gonna go back to main here. Okay. So what we're gonna do is each time we receive this handshake message, we are going to add a peer to our peer map, which we don't have. So we're gonna say peers is gonna be a map of proto dot node client and then a bool. So the reason why we do this bool, this map stuff, is we could use a slice, but the problem with a slice is it's hard to delete stuff. Well, it's not hard, but it's just nasty, right? So we're gonna use a map in this case, so we can actually I think it's a bit better using maps. Easy to delete and easy to add, right? So, and it doesn't have to be sorted. We should protect that by a mutex, actually. So let's do that. We're gonna say lock. I'm gonna make this a peer lock. And I'm gonna be async rw mutex. I'm gonna split it out like this. And I'm gonna say func and node add peer. The question is what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna say proto node client actually, and we're gonna say n lock peer lock lock defer n peer lock unlock, and n peers c is bool, is true. That's what we're gonna do. Let's copy this and let's call this remove peer. And we're gonna say delete and peers C. Yes. Add peer. Actually, we're gonna call this remove peer, I guess. Or delete peer, why not? That's fine. Of course, we need to make sure we have this map initialized here. We're gonna say make map proto node clients. Bool. Okay, that's fine. And then we're gonna make a, so we're gonna add it here, right? This peer context, not quite sure if you want that. But what I wanna do is, let's make a helper function real quick. You're gonna say make node client. And that's gonna be from a listen header actually. It's gonna be a string. Node client. CR is gonna be GRPC dial the listen header. If actually, let's return an error here. If add is not null, we are going to return null R. And in this case, we're going to say return proto new node client with the connection, and we're going to return null as an error. Okay, so we're going to say that the client or the error is going to be make new node client. What's going on here? Make node client. Of course, we don't have actually. The problem is we need to have the remote adder of that node that's calling, because we can do peer.adder, but that's basically not the listen adder of the gRPC server. And able to fix that, we need to go back to our prototypes, and we need to. In this version message, we're gonna have a string, and that's gonna be the listen adder. It's gonna be 3. That's the adder it's gonna listen on. So we're gonna make proto. It's already taken care of, and then we're gonna make a node client out of the version listen adder, and if there is an error is not null, we are going to return null R. That's fine. And then we're going to say n add peer C. And what we're going to do is we are going to do this. New peer connected. We're gonna say this. Actually, we could do a println. The question is, how are we gonna fix that? Maybe we should actually do a proto version here. Is that true? We can make a proto version, and then we're gonna say so we can actually track that. So we're gonna say v. So we're gonna add the spear with the v here. We don't care about this context. And then we could say, now we know, we're gonna say new peer connected. What's going on with my cell phone? Nothing. We're gonna say printf here, and we're gonna say new peer connected. We're gonna say %s. We don't know actually. We know. Is this height is gonna be %d. We're gonna make a new line here, and we're gonna say version listen adder, and then we're gonna say v height, something like that. Okay, cool. Is this gonna work? Make run. Yeah, we need to... GRPC with insecure, right? GRPC with insecure. And make run once again. Let's see what's going on. Boom. New peer connected and height is 1. That's fine. We don't have the listen adder. And that's because we don't actually send it in our main here. Right? So we need to say the listen adder. Let's say this guy is basically calling from 4000 or something. And you will see it working perfectly fine when we add multiple servers. New peer connect 4000. Okay, cool. So that's fine. So let's basically boot up some nodes. How are we gonna do this? Let's make some helper functions. Func make node actually. Let's do this. It's gonna return a node. It's gonna be a node new node. Yeah. Listen, adder, and then what we're gonna do is we need to have a connect function, eh? Wait, so how are we gonna do this? If the nodes boot up, we need to actually connect with these guys, right? Wait. We're gonna call handshake on something. So what we could do is bootstrap nodes, which is gonna be a slice of string. Wait, so I'm thinking, how are we gonna fix this? How are we gonna connect with each other? That's a good question. That's a good question. I need to figure that out. So we have start. We need to have some kind of a way to bootstrap the network. Bootstrap network. Then we need to have some kind of servers. Wait, you could call this adders. It's gonna be a slice of string. So basically what's gonna happen is that each time you boot up your node, you're gonna have a list of bootstrap nodes, right? And these nodes are basically predefined nodes you know, and they're gonna bootstrap the network. You're gonna connect with them, and they're gonna give more peers and all that stuff. It's a very common. It's basically every blockchain does this, right? Every peer-to-peer application is doing that. Should return an error actually. The question is how we're gonna do this, because you could do something like for underscore adder in range adders. We have a helper function, which is nice. We're going to say that the client adder is going to be make node client, right, from this adder, which is perfectly cool. And then if there is an error right here, we're going to basically return that error and call it a day. Now we have C, and then we're going to say C handshake. Is that true? Handshake. We're going to have a helper function here, to be honest. I'm going to make it at the bottom. Func and node. Version. We're going to call version on this node, which basically means he's going to return his proto version from this, right? And we're going to return n proto version like this. And then we're going to say here, the version itself is going to be, I don't know, blocker 101. This, we're going to say that the height is going to be 0 because we don't have anything. And then we're going to say, oh man, version is already a private thing. So I'm going to call it this one. Or basically get version. Or make version. Get version, yeah, it's fine. And then we need to have his listen adder. And this listen adder is going to be, we don't know, right? Because we don't set it here. That's nasty. So we're going to say listen adder. It's going to be a string. And we're going to set that stuff each time we call start. Something like that. And then we're gonna use that for our version, right? That's that. So now, basically, each time we're gonna handshake this, we're gonna say and get version. We're gonna have a context, eh? We're gonna say context background or something. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna fix that up. And get version. That's what we're gonna do. This is gonna return another handshake. This is gonna return a version, a VR from this one. If R is not nil, not quite sure what we're gonna do here. We're gonna continue actually here. We're gonna say fmt printf ln. Connect error, dial error actually. Not dial error, handshake error. Handshake error. It's going to be this error here. Then we have this V. And not quite sure what we're going to do with that. Let's do it something like this real quick to see what's going on. I'm going to return nil here. Are we actually, we're gonna call handshake, so he's gonna add him. Are we gonna add us? I think if the handshake is fine, wait, so what we could do, maybe we can add him here. There are a couple things we can do, actually. We could actually basically do not return the handshake, but each time we receive a handshake, we could call on, we could call handshake back. So we have the same behavior. But I think in this case, we could do and add peer, just like here. Because this is the version we get back from the guy. So what we could do here is add this connection here with the version here. That would be nice. That's Bootstrap network. And if we start this guy, we're gonna... I have no clue. We're gonna have we need to have some configuration. We need to have some configuration. What I'm gonna do real quick to make it test this thing, and then we're gonna see what's going on. We're gonna make this public. So we're gonna start this guy, and then we are gonna say n bootstrap the network with the bootstrap nodes we give it, and we are not gonna return actually these nodes for now. Actually, we should. We're gonna return n here. We're gonna bootstrap the network there. It's gonna return an error. We don't know. Actually, we're gonna basically catch the error. You never know. Are we gonna log fatal out? Maybe we do. Normally we don't, but now for testing purposes. Oh, my knees. Make note is fine. So basically what we're gonna do, we're only gonna do, actually, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're gonna say if len bootstrap nodes is bigger than 0, right? Then we're gonna do that, otherwise we don't. Because we're gonna make we're gonna say node 1 is gonna be make me a node. Make node, and we're gonna say the listener is gonna be 3000. And we're gonna do string nothing. And then we're gonna say node 2 is gonna be make me a node, and that's gonna be 4000. But we are gonna say that we're gonna connect with a list of bootstrap nodes, and in this case it's going to be 3000. If that makes sense. Of course we don't have node 1. Let's do this. Actually, let's do this. Let's do this. We don't care about this. We actually don't care about this transaction either for now. Do we need to block? We probably need, because we're gonna block here. And let's see what's going on. I have no clue. Yeah, so that's cool. So we basically have a new peer connected, and we have 2 peer connected. That it's gonna work. It's already working. It's so amazing to see. But what we're gonna do is our version. There's a problem, right? So we're gonna say c add make node listen client or version. We're gonna return in this case and get version, right? This is what we have. It's working so fine. It's crazy. It's working so smoothly. Not gonna lie. Yeah. The problem is I wanna print out new peer connected, but I wanna print out here who are we. Who are we? Maybe something like that. And that's gonna be our listen adder, right? So we know who we are, just for debugging purposes. And I think we're gonna add a logger because it's going to get out of hand. Yes! You see? The height is 0. Yes, it's true. So we're gonna basically say 3000, there is a new peer connected, which is 4000. But there is also a new peer connected from 4000, and that's 3000. Yeah, buddy. It's amazing, right? It's amazing. And you can see I did this for so much times. This is the first time I do it with GRPC, I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, I build blockchains like I am basically, I don't know. It's my second nature. It's my second nature. Okay. I think I want to add loggers as a logger. I'm thinking, should we do that? I don't like this actually. This is so dirty. GRPC, we do this, we register, we log. We have a listen adder here, it's fine. Handshake, and add peer. Works perfectly fine. Blocker, yeah. Receive teaks from peer. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, cool. So, what are we doing? Are we adding zap? Are we adding zap? Zap provides two separate logos, logo situation. I think Zap's cool. Let's use Zap actually. Go. Let's zap it. Go get, and then paste in this boy. Uber Zappy. So what we're gonna do in notes here, we're gonna say a logger, which is gonna be a zap logger, something like that. It's gonna be zap new. How is it works? Zap new production. It's with an error. Why is this? Oh man. Zap new production. What is this, man? Do we actually care about this error? I don't think so. I mean, what's going at wrong with new production? I mean, come on. It's gonna be the logger. I don't think it's true. Logger sugar. Do we want sugar? What's gonna return this, man? It's gonna be a sugar logger. Do we want a sugar logger? How do we do this? I'm gonna say, I don't know, debug F. I need to get used to that. What's debug F? Template parse RX, okay. Can we have a prefix? That would be nice. What am I doing here? New peer. Actually, I like these brackets more, to be honest. Actually, the height, do we care? We don't care, right? So we're gonna say n listen header, and then we're gonna say v listen header, something like that. So we have this. Let me see if this is gonna work. This zap thingy. It's not running. Is that because we don't have a debug mode? What is this, man? We're gonna have timestamps and all that stuff. But that's because it's info, right? That's because it's info, it's gonna work. You see, if we do info F, then it's gonna basically work, right? You see, nice level thingy. TS, that's a timestamp. We also have the caller. And then we have an MSG. That's fine. But like I said, we don't want this as info, we want this as debug, right? Debug F. Actually, can we configure this stuff? Zap new production. Encoder config time key. Encoder config encode time. Let's copy the shenanigans actually. Logger config build. This is crazy, man. Build. Encoder config time key. Logger config. Encoder config. Time key. Can we do null? We can't. Can we do this? Wait. Let's see. Make run actually. Okay, time key is gone. That's fine. That's fine. We have caller. We have a level. Encode time. We don't need this. Because I don't need a timestamp, to be honest. Not yet. So how can I set this into debug? Maybe it's production. I see what's going on. Man, this is like I said. It's like I said. These loggers is so easy to use. This needs some stuff. Okay, it's not. It's new production config. I think this needs to be a new development config, right? I think that's what we need. Enable to see. I think the problem is that. Okay, cool. That's debug mode. That's fine. Let's run it in debug mode. And later on we can switch, right? We can switch these things. That's fine. So we have this logger debug stuff here. New peer connected. That's fine. Then this is a handshake error. We're gonna say error F. We could say, could we do error like that? We could do like that, it's fine. Node running, you could do n logger debug f. Actually, that could be info, right? That could be info f, and we're gonna say node running. Is this a structure thing? How do we do this structure thing, to be honest? Can we do... Horse. Basically, because it's sugar, I think. Hello from Zap, I know. Sugar inflow. Oh, I see. We could do info W. Node started. Okay, cool. Port is going to be and listen adder. Okay. All right. I see. I think we could use actually. I like this more. New peer connected. We could choose adder. Why not? We're gonna say it's gonna be v listen adder. Delete everything here. Adder is this, and then we're also gonna say that we're gonna have a hide. I'm gonna v hide like that. Yeah, so we have a problem with this connection sometimes. It's because we don't sleep long enough, but it doesn't matter. So he's connected. Yeah. Adder 4. Yes. All right. It's good. So we can connect. We can boot up nodes. We have 2 nodes running on 2 different ports. They connect to each other. They do a handshake and everything is fine. And I think right now what we're going to do is we're going to start up with our blockchain structure. So we can add blocks, add transactions, make blocks and stuff, and see how that's going to work. And yeah, build from there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.